right, good evening, everyone. It is 8 o'clock. It is Tuesday, November the 2nd, 2021. I want to welcome you into this Haircut Pricing 2021 and Beyond webinar. As the little lady said at the beginning of the program, we are in fact recording, and therefore I need to make you aware of that. If you are here with me today, welcome in. Happy to have you here and excited to share the program with you. If you are watching this on replay, it'll be the same program it was live. That's the beauty of recording, but you will be able to watch it at your convenience. If you are here live and you want to watch it again, of course, you are welcome to tune into the replay. So there was a little problem with the link, and the link changed in the last hour because the link that I had been posting the last couple of days was bad. So if you're looking for this, I'm saying this, if you're looking for this, you can't find this, you're not here. What am I talking about? But the link is in my Instagram profile, in my Twitter profile, and it's out there to be found. So welcome to Professional Haircut Pricing 2021 and Beyond. I want to thank you for spending a little bit of time today. I know it is officially November here in Chicago. They announced today that tomorrow, Wednesday at 4:30, the Easy Listening Station will begin their nonstop Christmas music campaign, which runs all the way through like a couple days after New Year's. Truly a sign that the holiday season is upon us, and we're doing those holiday season haircuts in the shop. So it's kind of now or never time, guys. It is a good time to be busy. I've spoken with an awful lot of folks about what's going on in a lot of shops, and generally speaking, the mood is positive. The cash flow is positive. Circumstances and situations in the industry are truly looking up in almost every corner of our nation. The COVID numbers have been improving substantially, which is a positive thing. But as I predicted at the beginning of the pandemic, haircut service providers will probably be wearing masks for a long, long time to come. Nonetheless, we have to talk about taking care of business. We have to be looking through this holiday season and beyond, and a big piece of that conversation is price. So we're going to get down to business here. First things first, the tradition of always taking a peek at $100,000 haircutter before we get into a program anytime we gather. That's why it's called a tradition. November 2, day 306 of the year, 59 days remaining in the year, just a tad bit under 2 months. And of course, as is part of the way the book flows, if you're familiar with the book, if you're not familiar with the book, go online and get a copy. But if you're familiar with the book, you know that sometime round about the beginning of every single month, we have this kind of a posting. So November 2, day 306, 59 days remaining in the year. Crunch your October numbers. That's right. Every month we talk about accumulating, aggregating, analyzing, looking through the tea leaves of what are our previous month's numbers. Now, you'll remember in October, again, if you're familiar with the book, we also look back at the third quarter of the year, because October, November, December is the fourth quarter. It was the beginning of that fourth quarter. And we also look at sort of year to date. We do that every month, but November 2nd is the reminder to crunch the October numbers. Now, when we are comparing year over year, remember last year, October numbers, all of last year's numbers are really not particularly valuable in use for tracking our businesses. And I don't even think you can go back to 19, because the world, the industry has changed a lot since 2019. So 19 and 20 numbers and even 21 numbers, you know, on one hand, I want to say these are going to be less than honest numbers for evaluating our business, but it also could be said that even with pre-COVID, COVID, and to some extent, if you want to call what's going on right now post-COVID, because we're almost ready to start to declare our circumstances post-COVID. Not quite, but almost. These 3 years of numbers are very unusual numbers, but knowing that, we take them, you know, with a grain of salt, or we take them into consideration as we look at them. So that's the $100,000 haircutter tip of the day. While we're talking books, before we get into our content, I do want to mention the Pricing Playbook. This is the new book for 2021, my 13th book, and the only book I did not finish. Remember, the Pricing Playbook is loaded with empty spaces, blanks that you're going to fill in, plugging in your numbers, your unique data to use the formulas the benchmarks, the standards of our industry to gather information and to make powerful decisions to guide your business. A little later on in the program, I'm going to share with you an opportunity. You can buy this book every day of the week. Later on in the program, I'm going to share with you an opportunity where you can get a digital copy of this book, 50% off. That's a special that's going on right now, digital at $10 at half the regular price. So something to look forward to a little later on in the program. So I don't really want to do this as a survey because with the large number of people who will watch this on replay, we've got a few people who have tuned in now, but with a large number of people that will watch this on replay, the survey mode of discussion doesn't necessarily fit our dialogue. So when I ask this question, I'm asking each and every one of you individually, not necessarily to raise your hand or to chime in. You're welcome to use the chat function. I'll be taking a look at chat and we'll be talking about that in a little bit. But first and foremost, I want to ask the question, who went up in haircut price July 1? Raise your haircut prices day in the USA. Who jumped on that? Who took advantage of that? Who went up July 1? And you can put that in the chat if you did, say I went up July 1. Or the other piece of that question is, if you didn't go up July 1, had you gone up sometime just prior? Or have you gone up in haircut price since July 1 up to today, November 2nd? Kind of taking a temperature of where we're at with price increases. And the reason I think that's valuable conversation, we've got a couple people who hit the chat. I'm going to peek. We got a me, we got an I went up July 1, we got an I went up. Gittle asked, will there be a discount on the Pricing Playbook 2? That was the Pricing Playbook I was referring to. That's the one that will have the 50% off discount. I'll be talking about that later in the program, but I wasn't referencing a discount on $100,000 haircut. I was just referencing a discount on the new Pricing Playbook in digital version. So who went up July 1 was the question. We got a few answers to that. Glad to see it. And the reason I'm glad to see it, and the reason I'm starting off with this conversation about did you go up already, was because, and an important part of what I want to talk about tonight is 2021 represented a very unique and different time in our industry as it relates to the subject of price increases. 2021 was a hall pass. 2021 was a freebie. 2021 was an opportunity to go up, unlike any opportunity to go up in price that I've ever seen in 33 years in the business. The opportunity was no pressure, no argument, no pushback, no blowback, no resistance from customers, because they knew we had to go up. They understood we had to go up. A couple of reasons. Number one, everything else went up. And we've been guilty in our industry for years of not keeping up with the economy and not keeping up with inflation and not keeping up with the general market. That's how we slipped behind. On the subject of slipping behind, I'm not sure if you saw it, but a couple of weeks ago, and I want to touch on this by way of review, Disney announced and began celebrating their 50th anniversary. Big splash, lots of hoo-ha, big stuff. Disney is turning 50. And somebody had posted the statistic or the factoid that in 1971, when Disney World opened, a ticket to Disney World was $3.50. And that in 2021, 50 years later, a ticket to Disney was $109. Now that's a heck of a price increase over 50 years. So when I saw that, I went online, I did a little research, and I discovered that in 1971, when a ticket to Disney was $3.50, the average price of a haircut in the United States of America was $5. 1971, Disney $3.50, haircut $5. We were 50% more than a ticket to Disney in 1971. We, the haircut business. Fast forward to 2021, the starting price of a ticket to Disney is $109, and the average price of a haircut in the United States of America is $28. So in 1971, we, the haircut business, were 50% more expensive than Disney. And fast forward 2021, we are now less than a third, a little more than 25% of the cost of a ticket to Disney. And I asked the question, what happened to us? What happened to us? Now, I got some interesting answers when I asked that question on social media. And then I stopped and I reframed the question. Because I don't think the question really is what happened to us. I think the real question is what happened at the Magic Kingdom? Because that's where our lesson comes from. I don't think it does a lot of good to beat ourselves up over the fact that we slid behind the economy. And you might argue that Disney moved ahead of the economy and the market. But rather than ask the question, what happened to the haircut business, it's more powerful, I believe, to ask the question, what happened over at the Magic Kingdom? And I think the answer to that question is the Magic Kingdom discovered they don't sell roller coaster rides, hats with ears, or cheeseburgers. The Magic Kingdom sells experiences. And that's what they discovered. And while we had been selling haircuts, and in many cases, we still sell haircuts, we sell a service commodity that gets beat up and knocked around and couponed and discounted and trashed in the street. The Magic Kingdom figured out they're selling something priceless. And when it's priceless, boy, can you put a price on it. So there was a huge lesson for us from a pricing standpoint in watching what took place at Disney over the last 50 years. So get your ears on, celebrate with Mickey, but let's have a plan for what we're going to do for us, for our business and our industry. And in that sense, 2021 represented this unprecedented opportunity. Our costs went up. We're going to talk more about that in just a little bit. Our productivity went down. Whoever imagined no more waiting room? Whoever imagined texting your clients in the car to let them know they could come in now? And the impact that would have on how rapidly we could move people through a shop and through our chairs. Whoever imagined that barbershops, particularly barbershops, chain salons, particularly chain salons, who had traditionally forever, for as long as they've existed, primarily operated based on walk-ins, all of a sudden would no longer be able to do that, would have to move to reservations or appointments in some form or another. Fascinating conversation and a glimpse into the realities of the world in which many of us worked through 2020, 2021. So with an eye towards 2022 and a price increase, I want to open the dialogue with regards to the notion of either you went up on or around July 1, and you will again be targeting going up on or around July 1. I've said this before. If you take advantage of Raise Your Haircut Prices Day in the USA and you go up July 1, 3 years in a row, the fourth year, customers know you're going up. They will ask you in June, hey, how much you gonna be in July? They will come to know and anticipate. I won't say to look forward to it, but they know it's gonna happen. So number one, if you went up last year, July 1, you're targeting this year, July 1, that's a beautiful thing. You've already done it. You know how to do it. You did it last year. You're going to do it again. If you didn't go up yet in 2021, I think you've probably got 48 hours. I think you've got 2 days. I think you've got till the weekend to go up. And then if you don't go up tomorrow, Wednesday the 3rd, or Thursday the 4th, I don't think you can go up until after January 1. So I think you've got the last gasp of a dying opportunity here in 2021 to go up. Otherwise, I'm going to tell you to hold. I don't believe in going up during the holiday season. I think it looks opportunistic. I think it looks like you're gouging. I actually heard someone in our industry, an educator in our industry, and this individual gets quite a bit of play. I actually heard this individual suggest that you should go up in November because your clients are fearful of going somewhere else for the holidays and you got them locked in. I really took issue with that. That really got my hackles up. That really kind of made the hair on the back of my neck stand up and get me a little itchy. I don't ever like sounding like I'm taking advantage of customers. I don't ever like sounding like, hey, we got them in a position of weakness, and we're going to take advantage of customers. I don't believe in taking advantage of anyone, much less our customers, the people who are the backbone of our business. So I believe if you don't go up tomorrow or Thursday, don't go up until January 1. You want to go up January 1. If you didn't go up at all in 2021, go up January 1 of 2022. If you went up at all in 2021, plan for July 1. Now I want to give you a couple of rules for price increases. Somebody said, how do you feel about going up in July again? We'll go up tonight. Okay, that's the question, is if I go up tonight, as I'm suggesting, how do I feel about going up again in July? I got great news for you. It's not about how I feel. It's not about a feeling. The decision to potentially go up again is based on the metrics, the numbers of your business. And this is what this book is all about. This is what my new pricing program, we're going to talk about it. I have a new online educational program, the Professional Barber and Hairstylist Pricing System. It is an online video-based program. Unlike my academy, it's not a month-to-month program. It's a one-time single price 18 module program focused on giving you all of the information you need for all of your most important pricing decisions. And we'll talk about that in just a minute. But the most important thing to know is that if you go up tonight, tomorrow, you can go up again July 1. And I do want to make the point, July 1, Raise Your Haircut Prices Day in the USA wasn't always about, and is not always about, everyone going up on July 1, because not everybody can and not everybody should, based again on the numbers of their business. Got to know your numbers. But what July 1 was all about was about fostering dialogue. It was about engaging in conversation. It was about making it okay to talk about price, making it okay to share pricing information, making it comfortable to make pricing decisions because you had knowledge, you had data, and you weren't working with your gut and you weren't working with your heart. You were working with your head. You were working with your calculator. You were working with your pencil to make these decisions in very, very powerful ways. So I want to take a moment. I want to tell you a little bit about this new educational program. And then what I'm going to share with you is my top tips for price increases. That's kind of the core of this program. I've got some big tips for when you go up, what are you supposed to do? How are you supposed to do it? So here's the deal. I launched my new academy program. The link to the academy is in, it's not an academy, it's an online educational program, my new educational offering. It's an 18 video bundle. It's $79. It's a $240 some value. I've priced it at $79. And if you buy it, you can have the pricing playbook half price. When you check out at checkout, it's going to offer you the pricing playbook at a 50% discount as a bonus with that educational program. But there's 18 modules, and I want to run you through the titles of those 18 modules so you know what's in this program. And the beautiful thing about it is, unlike my academy, which is month to month to month, every month we give you another module, you get all 18 modules tonight. You get all 18 modules immediately. The book supports the program. It's additional information above and beyond what's in the program. The book's nice, but the program is really the meat and potatoes. It's me on video. You get 18 videos. You can binge watch them all in one night, or you can watch one a day every day for 18 days, or you can watch 2 a day every day for 9 days. What else is 18 divisible? 6 by 3. You can watch 3 a day every day for 6 days. You've got 18 videos. And once you buy it, you own them forever. So you can watch them this month, next year. You own them forever outright. The entire educational program is yours in one shot. Here are the 18 modules. Module number 1 is a welcome introduction module, of course. Module number 18 wraps everything up as a conclusion. Let's get those boys out of the way. Module number 2 is about where you start matters. Talks about the importance of, in the beginning of a career, or when you start to get serious about tracking and pricing, where and how you start really matters. Number 2 is about determining some of the operating numbers of your business as a basis on which to do a lot of your calculations. That's module number 3. Module number 4 is about looking at how you manage your schedule, your book, your time, your day, as it relates to occupancy, capacity, and managing your numbers. Module number 5 is about cost analysis, asking the big questions about how much does it cost me to do a haircut on a monthly basis. Module 6 is a further analysis of cost where we break things down a little bit more. Module number 7, probably one of the most insightful modules in the entire program. Module number 7 is where we explore your profit motivation. How much money do you want to make? And rather than, an important point we make is, rather than cutting hair and making money and cutting hair and making money, and at the end of the day, at the end of the week, at the end of the month, at the end of the year, winding up with a number and going, oh, look, I got a good number, or my number's not as good as I'd like it to be. Oh, the number's less than last year. Oh, the number's better than last year. Let's not make the number at the end of the day, the week, the month, or the year. Let's not make it a surprise. Let's make it a deliberate, let's make it a purposeful, let's make it a objective that we achieve. So module number 7 is profit motivation. Module number 8 explores your minimum haircut price. Based on your numbers and all your other dynamics and your profit motivation, what's your minimum? Beyond your minimum, the next module talks about actually setting your price, understanding your marketplace, knowing your numbers, and making the heart of all this, making the best possible price decisions that you can. Where are we at? Number 10, module number 10 in the program is your price increase mantra. This is your self-talk. This is the voice you hear in your brain when you think about your pricing. Number 11, 12, and 13 are modules that deal with assessment. You're busy, you're working, you're growing, you're building. When is it time to raise? How do I know? The question we had earlier, how do I know if I can go up again? That's all in 11, 12, and 13. A lot of information packed into those modules. 14 is price increase, time to go up. 14 is executing a price increase. 15 is the other half of executing a price increase. Module number 16 is a special module about when to discount. When, where, and how you should discount your haircuts. And I'm going to give away module number 16 right now. You're going to watch it. You're going to listen to it, but I'm going to give it away. The answer is never, but you'll hear more about that in the module. Module number 17 talks about July 1 and the July 1 program and the July 1 concept and the July 1 initiative in a big way. And then, of course, 18 was the conclusion that went along with 1, the introduction. So this is the new professional haircut pricing system. It's a brand new program and offering from me. The link is in my profile on Instagram, my profile on Twitter. Starting tonight, when I put this program out, I'm going to be putting that link out very aggressively. You'll start to see it a lot coming up because it's a brand new program. I want to get it out there. It's my holiday gift to you for a very low price and an opportunity to pick up the book to support everything that you're getting there at half off. So let's get into 1, 2, 3, 4. My big 4 tips for haircut price increases. Tip number 1. And for those of you that are thinking about going up tomorrow, tip number 1, no notice. We don't hang those signs on the mirror. We don't put posters up. We don't discuss it. We pick a date. We walk in the shop. We change the signage and we charge the new price. No notice. No other industry does this. No other business does this. No one else feels the need to do, but we do. Stop. No notice. Number 2, no excuses. I got to raise my price because the rent went up. Don't blame the landlord. I got to raise my price because COVID, you know. No, don't blame COVID. Don't blame anybody. No excuses. Just go up. And by the way, one of my favorite responses to people when they question a price increase, you look at it and they go, oh, why are you going up? And you look at a customer and you say, well, you want a raise at your job, don't you? They go a little buggy on you after that. Really? Oh, wow. I never thought about it like that. How do we get raises in this business? We don't go to the boss and ask for a higher percentage. The answer is no. We raise our prices. That's how we get a raise. You want to raise at your job, don't you? I want to raise at my job. No excuses, no apologies. I'm sorry the prices go. No, you're not. Don't apologize for a price increase. Don't say you're sorry. You're not sorry. If you're sorry, you and I got to talk. You're not sorry. You're getting a raise. You're making more money. Who's sorry to get a raise? Nobody. Who's sorry to make more money? Nobody. Who's sorry to have more money for their family and the things that they want in life? Nobody. No notice, no excuses, no apologies. And lastly, one of my favorite conversations, no holdbacks, no holdbacks. Don't hold anybody back at the old price. When the price goes up, it goes up for everyone. And there's some real simple reasons for this. Reason number one, you can't keep track of it all. Who went up? Who'd you hold back? It just gets to be a mess. And you're going to offend somebody by charging them the new price when you were going to charge them the old price. And you're going to get somebody upset because you charge them the old price when you've been charging them the new price. It just gets messy. Your memory's not that good and it's just a mess. No holdbacks. It's also very hard if you ever hold anyone back. It'll never be easy to get them back up because now they're more than one price increase behind. They're two price increases behind. They're too far behind to catch them up. So no notice, no excuses, no apologies, no holdbacks. There you go. It's pretty simple. It's time to go up. Either in the next 2 days or January 1, or if you went up during 2021 already, you got your eyes on the prize and you're going to target July 1, raise your haircut prices day in the USA. We talked about the new pricing program. The link is in my profile. There's 18 modules in that program. You get all 18 at once. You can binge it. You can watch it. You have access forever. You have the bonus opportunity of the Pricing Playbook at 50% off. I also have one-on-one coaching available. We got a holiday deal going with one-on-one coaching. Coaching is available in 4, 8, or 12 30-minute call bundles. The larger the bundle you buy, the less you pay per call. Calls never expire. Calls can be combined for longer calls. And the deal is right now, if you buy a bundle, we have 4, 8, and 12. If you buy the 8-pack bundle, 8 30-minute coaching sessions, you can use one a month every month for 8 months. They never expire. They can be combined. We track them and use them. You get a copy of the Pricing Playbook absolutely free with the 8-call bundle. All you have to do is DM me or email me or message me any way you can get a hold of me, and I'll send you the necessary link for the one-on-one coaching in the 8-call bundle. And this makes a fabulous holiday gift. The one-on-one coaching calls are a fabulous holiday gift for yourself. They're a fabulous holiday gift for another professional. And by the way, you can split the bundle. If you buy the 8-call bundle and you want to use 4 for yourself and gift 4 to a friend, I got no problem with that. I'll split the bundle 4-4 and we'll treat somebody to 4 half-hour coaching sessions, and you'll still get the book for free. Keep it for yourself or give it away with the phone calls. The one-on-one coach, there's no better way to really get the help you need than the one-on-one coaching. Last thing I want to do with the little bit of time we have, we've been running about 30 here, and that was what I hoped to cover. I want to jump to Q&A. Q&A because the issues associated with pricing, I say it right in the book. I'll read it right here. I go to the beginning of the book and it'll say right here, how much should I charge for my haircuts? When should I raise my haircut price? How do I raise my haircut price? These questions and many more gnaw at the head and the heart of every haircutter. Here it is. No category of question is asked of me more often. No decision paralyzes haircut professionals more than these seemingly huge and pivotal pricing issues. That's how the book starts. It acknowledges that this is tough for people. So if you've got questions, now's the time. 2 options. You can go to chat and do it there, or because I don't think we have too many people with us live, I think a lot more people are going to check it out. Well, we got quite a few. That's awesome. But I'm going to go to gallery view so I can see more of you. And if anybody wants to unmute that has a question about pricing, Because the important thing to recognize is if you have a question about pricing, odds are somebody else in our business shares the exact same question. So anybody got anything? Now's your chance. Oh,
Hey, Ivan.
Maggie,
Hi.
good evening. How are you, my friend?
I am good. I am good.
Excellent.
And I'm following you for a long time and I have that pricing thing in my head. But I did start, when I started my business, I gave, like a little discount for retired people and military people and kids, So they are $5 behind everybody. So in every price increase, I'm increasing them a little more so they are catching up.
Yeah.
Somehow. Is that the right way, or should I do?
I think you have two choices. I think that's a great question. And senior discounts, military discounts, kid discounts, I don't believe in any of them. I think we should all be getting rid of all of those. But sometimes that gap may be larger than you'd like it to be, and you've now learned that. It's time to get on the straight and narrow. I think there's two choices. Choice number one, as Maggie explains, is the notion of every price increase bumping those a little more to begin to catch them up. I think that's a great suggestion, and I think that can work really well, especially if you analyze. Again, it's always going to come back to analyzing your numbers. If you look at your numbers and you realize, for instance, if you got a kid discount, a senior discount, a military and first responder discount, if you look at your numbers and you come to find that 50% of your business falls in those three categories, you may not necessarily want to wipe all those discounts out immediately, because if you're lucky, you're going to lose some of those people that are going to object, but you may not want to blow that big a hole in your calendar or in your book. So you may not want to wipe them all if they represent a large portion of your business. But again, knowing your numbers, if you analyze your numbers and you realize, for instance, that seniors, kids, and military and police all together combined represent 10% of your traffic, I would say you can wipe this out all at once. You can just kill all three of those. You can pick a date on the calendar. COVID is a great, reason. I said no excuses, but you could wipe them all out at once. You say, I'm no longer doing those, because they represent a small enough sector of your business that they won't substantially negatively impact your revenue or traffic, if that makes sense. What's that? And yeah, and I do want to point out that the new pricing program that we talked about here walks you through and talks you through and takes you through how to analyze your numbers, how to go about these processes of digging deep and understanding what these numbers are all about, and how to work with these numbers. Hang on, I want to look, there's a comment here. All right, question here has to do with tips as it relates to pricing, and the notion that if you're believing that you're priced somewhat under your value and thinking you're making it up in tips. I think that's false logic. I don't necessarily think that that is a basis on which we can build a business. It may be happening quite a bit, but keep in mind, no one is obligated to tip. Some people are tipping you harder because you're priced below your value. Some people are not. They're not seeing that greater value in you, and they're not tipping you up to what you believe your value is. And I just don't want to leave my business, my life, my future, and my income to chance. So I would say, if you clearly and readily recognize and acknowledge that you are priced under your value, fix that, even if it costs you tip income. Because if you're right, if you suspect that you're being tipped up to your value and people are tipping you bigger than they would otherwise, if you raise to your value, some of those people will back off their tipping and you'll be in the same place. Other people will continue to tip you beyond your price, higher than your price, beyond your value even. The people who truly, really, madly, deeply appreciate what you're doing. So I think there's some false logic in pricing under your value, thinking, hoping, praying, wishing that you'll make it up in tips, because it isn't necessarily always going to happen. And the truth be told, if your service and your quality is greater than your posted price, your clients know it and they're taking advantage of that. So let's get some parity there. Let's get your price up to match your value and let the tips fall where they may. Let the chips fall where they may. People will tip you up to where you need to be in a big way. All right, what do we have here? Is different since I don't use razor and leather hotel on a kid. How do I justify the same price? I think the answer is you don't justify. I think you're not under any obligation whatsoever to make excuses for why you price and how you price. Remember, no excuses, no apologies. A haircut's a haircut's a haircut. And yes, you acknowledge, for instance, that the kid's time may be lower, shorter, quicker. How about flipping it around, looking at it and saying the full service haircut takes longer into the amount that you're going to do. So I don't necessarily believe that unless the difference in time is truly substantial. As an example, if you do a kid in 15 and a full service haircut takes you 45, that may be grounds for a conversation. But if the difference is, you know, razor edging or something simple like that, I don't necessarily think that it justifies having alternate prices for those two things. I'm not sure what is meant by the next question. How does that figure out in the pricing playbook? You can expand on that question and ask me a little more. I'll be happy to answer and fill you in on that. Does anybody else have a pricing question while we have our time? Checking expenses in the book. I want to ask specifically about some more seasonal expenses. How do you address figuring those into your pricing, specifically if it's a seasonal service? Well, if it's a seasonal service, it'll be on and off the menu. You know, things like a winter moisturizing deep conditioning treatment, that'll be on and off the menu. Your costs obviously will go up when you deliver that service. But it's in terms of time to do haircut unit and the added cost to do a full service haircut. You've got in the book, what we talk about, and in the program, what we focus on in, where is it? Let's get down to it. It's going to be in the module that relates to cost to deliver a haircut, whether it's monthly or breaking them down to weekly. There's some averaging that's done there using previous data, using previous months and previous years. And there's some ironing out of things where you have months where costs are higher, months where costs are low, sometimes depending on how you buy. I know people that will buy only every other month. So they've got some months with very high supply costs, other months with very low supply costs. We do some annualized averaging there to kind of make it all work out in the soup. Back to in terms of the haircut unit and the added cost to do the full service haircut, that's where you break down your units. And there was my point that if you're using units on the quarter hour and a kid is truly a 15-minute service and a full service haircut is truly a 45-minute service, in terms of breaking out your timing, your full service haircut is 3 units, your kid haircut is 1 unit, and then you can adjust the pricing for it. But I still don't believe in it. I still don't believe in doing that because let's face it, even if the kids are a little faster, it's harder to work in miniature scale. It is more challenging to deal with a kid sometimes. So, you know, I love the expression, it all comes out in a wash. And by the way, it all washes cleaner at a higher price. So really the whole theme of the Academy, the theme of this new program, the theme of the book, the theme of the conversation tonight is everything is easier when the price is higher. So if we get on that price increase bandwagon, it's easy to do. That's going to be your annual averaging. The question with regards to coloring at specific time of the year. Your business is a little unique. I know a little bit of your business in that sense, so it doesn't necessarily apply to everyone, but that costing averaging should come out for the whole year. You've got enough years of annualized records to look at to know how many thousands of dollars you spend annually on supply goods relative to the number of clients you service or haircuts you perform over that same kind of period. So you, again, you can work to the averaging all the way through, and the averaging will take good care of you. What's that? Yeah. Okay. We reviewed the 4 tips for price increases. We talked about the new programming. I'm so excited to share. The link is on my Instagram. I'm going to be spreading the link around on social media. I'm looking forward to working with each and every one of you. I got the holiday special on coaching. I've got the book deal tied to both the purchase of the new program. Remember, it's a $250 value, 18 video program. You get it all at once. Binge it, watch it every day, watch it again, watch it forever. Once you buy it, you own it. You don't own it in the sense that you don't get something physical. You have digital access to it forever. And it's priced at 79 bucks. So it's a one shot. It's not a monthly recurring like my academy is. Although those who are in the academy love that program. The academy is also a wonderful gift for the holidays for yourself or for someone else. I want to thank you all for tuning in tonight. I hope you asked and you got some great questions. Look forward to talking to some of you one-on-one. The link for the new program is in my Instagram, and I'm going to be putting it out on social media tonight. I'm going to be putting this video up for review watching on YouTube, and I'll be sharing it. And when I share this link, I'll also be sharing the link for purchase of the new program, the new professional haircut pricing program. It'll be out there for you. I look forward to sharing it with you. I look forward to talking to you about it. I hope you have a wonderful, warm, safe holiday season. Go out there, cut a whole bunch of people's hair, raise your haircut prices. It's always fun to make money, and it's more fun to make more money with a price increase. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a great night. We'll see you again. I look forward to hearing from you. Don't forget to buy that new program for yourself or a friend. Good night, all.